欢迎台湾西门子艾伟总裁暨执行长以数位时代下制造与能源转型的科技蓝图为题，为我们发表演说。Let's welcome Mr. Erdal Elver.
Good morning. I guess you can see my PowerPoint.
Yes, I can see that.
All right, let's start. Once again, good morning, everybody. Warmly welcome to my session. German technology company in industrial digital solutions, smart infrastructure, including smart grid, smart buildings, and energy management. At Siemens, we focus on technologies that transform our customers' industries and solve the world's most pressing issues. That is also what we call technology with purpose to transform the everyday. In this context, of course, transform the manufacturing and energy landscapes in the digital age. In the following, I will focus on technologies and examples related to those two areas. Our world is changing, and this is truer than ever before. And as we are experiencing new crises and challenges in the world, in part because of mega trends and especially through the digitalization. COVID-19 pandemic has also led to a sharp acceleration in digitalization. So in this context, we say the global economy will reinvent itself in the coming decade, and boundaries will blur, new business model will arise, that will be established, and the importance of working with partners across ecosystem will rise. And here in this context, we say the only winners of this great digital transformation will be those who can reinvent their companies, reinvent their business models and industries. In fact, those who are able to adapt to the changes will survive. Our answers to those challenges are, we call them technologization. And in this context, integrating the virtual and physical worlds plays an important role and represent a gigantic leap forward for industries and markets. We can build digital twin of the products or production and test them before we build anything physical, which would help us time and money. And after production of the products, of course, we can run the real product and look into the so-called performance twin, learn from the behavior of the products or production systems, and go back and optimize the product in their design, respectively, in their setup. So digital is, and this is in fact the loop, what we are also showing a bit in this slide, which will of course help us to run things in a more efficient way. So digitalization will help us to achieve growth and prosperity while using fewer resources. In short, it will help us to build a world in which intelligent manufacturing, smart energy systems, smart buildings, and connected mobility will make all our lives easier, healthier, and more sustainable. And that is also what we, again, call digitalization is the answer, and this is the way to transform the everyday and create a better tomorrow. At Siemens, in fact, we are focusing on core technologies and doing our best to be the leading technology company in the markets we serve today, but also tomorrow. That is why we have been building and expanding our digital portfolio over the last years and focusing our R&D activities on developing innovative solutions for Siemens and its customers. And you see on the picture a couple of core technologies like additive manufacturing, blockchain applications, connected mobility, connectivity in edge, distributed energy systems, future of automation, and many more. And those are, in fact, the core technologies we are focusing on. And in my talk, I will focus on those two areas, what we call distributed energy systems and future of automation, and share with you a couple of real examples which we are doing. So, Industry 4.0, the smart manufacturing or smart factory, industrial IoT, those are the future of industrial manufacturing. And as many other sectors, also the manufacturing sector is going through transformation, and the challenges coming through the changes in the market are, of course, driving us to do it better and more efficiently. Just see a couple of words on my slides. We need to be more flexible, more smart, more sustainable, more integrated, more connected. And in fact, how we can address all those challenges coming through, the answer is simple. Use the power of data and use the digitalization techniques. And at Siemens, we, with a deep and profound domain know-how, providing solutions to our customers in different industries, as you can see on my slide, like in the industry of electronics, aerospace, oil and gas, cranes, batteries, just to name some of them, and providing our customer digital solutions and enabling a unique end-to-end digitalization offerings. As shown again in the middle, the connecting the real and virtual world here plays again a key role, and I like to dig a bit more into it in my next slides and share with you the major concept behind it. With the tools and software we are having, we can provide our customers software tools which they can utilize to design their products. As you see on the animation, I can use simulation tools to design my real product without building any physical product. After having the product design, what we call virtual product or digital twin of the product, we can design the production systems, again using software tools and technologies, design virtually the production systems which will be needed to manufacture the product which I have just shown. Again here, using simulation tools, as you see in the slides, in the animation, we can animate also the roles of different people in the manufacturing. And this is the virtual production or the digital twin of the production. After having it, we move into the production and run the production to manufacture the product what we have digitally designed. And here, of course, we are providing automation solutions to our customers, which can help to run the manufacturing based on the designs before in an efficient way. After having it, we have now the product, the real production. We can now run the product or utilize the product and look into the performance of the product, what we also call here the performance twin. And out of the performance twin, by analyzing the data, we can learn about the functions of the product. We might need to improve, we might need to change either the product design or the production. And that is the loop what I have mentioned in earlier. So we can now go back from the performance twin back to either production or to the product and optimize the production, respectively, the product. And that, of course, requires powerful software tools and, of course, collaboration platforms with a proper, of course, security system, what we call industrial security. And with this, we can, again, run the manufacturing processes in a much more optimized way with less resources than ever before. So just to share with you the process, how we can utilize it. Once again, it's important here combining the digital worlds through different tools, and also again this we do in different industries, as I have shown in the beginning, in machinery, in food and beverage, in cranes, in automotive, and many more. And that is, I think, the key to provide. And again, digital twin help us to design our production in a in a fast and efficient and flexible way using different simulation tools. And after having it, you can also utilize the digital performance twin to optimize our product and production. And we did also here in Taiwan. I just like to share with you an example where we have assisted our customers, Terra Autotech, up the mass production last year, where we needed urgently masks to cope with the pandemic, and this helped our customers to increase their productivity by 50%. And of course, with this, we would be able to help our customers to design the product in a faster time. So those are examples, and this is just one core technology I like to share. The other one, again, designing product production and logistics systems requires also proper communication protocol and communication framework. And for this, we are, of course, utilizing the 5G technology, which is providing a much higher bandwidth than the 4G, for example. And for example, the speed is around 10 gigabit per second, which is 10 times faster than the 4G technology, and providing an enhanced mobile broadband and very lower latency and ultra reliability. Help us to, again, design systems, respectively production systems, with connecting many machines at the same time, which also have been not possible. So with this, 5G technology help us to implement the Industry 4.0 technologies in a more efficient way. And here again at Siemens, we are working on introducing the industrial 5G technology to our customers, and again, also driving this change in this area, as I have just mentioned, with the high data rates, ultra reliable transmission, and low latencies, which will help us again to implement Industry 4.0 technologies. And also here in Taiwan, we are working with our local customers. We have worked with a public and to introduce a public, respectively, private 5G network with in plans of local customers in cooperation with a telecommunication company, and also showing, respectively, demonstrating what is all possible with the industrial 5G technology here in Taiwan. So that was the industrial sector and two core technologies which help us again to transform the manufacturing sector and run things in a more efficient way. Let me move into the next area, and this is the energy sectors. And I like to address a couple of technologies, especially the major role of the grid edge in this context, with a couple of business examples. Again, our energy systems are also radically transforming. We're also talking about energy transition. And here in this context, this is driven mostly by decarbonization, integrating more and more renewable resources into our energy systems, decentralization. Energy is generated on different places, be it solar farms or wind farms, and you name it. And of course, also digital technologies are driving this change. And old energy models are replaced by intelligent multi-dimensional grids, where the electrical energy is produced and stored by so-called prosumers. So those are the big changes. And in future, of course, more and more renewables will be integrated into the energy systems. And this requires, of course, also smart, intelligent technologies. The grid, the smart grid, needs to handle all those, let's say, different sources on one hand, but also increasing demand on the other hand. And here, again, infusing the energy intelligence into the grid is the key to cope with all those changes. The major change is coming, in fact, at the interface from energy supply to the energy demand side. The one is, of course, related to the smart grids. The other side is related to the demand side, be it buildings, transportation, all the city infrastructure, where we're, of course, needing energy. And that is what needs to be managed, and that is also what is changing in future considerably. And our grid systems need to be more flexible enough to shift to other sources of generation if one source is not enough energy providing. And also we need to maintain a firm capacity of electricity at a guaranteed availability at any given time. And here once again the consumers will also play a bigger role at this interface, where consumers might be able to produce their own energy and use their own energy and manage when they get the energy from the grid or when not. And that is what we call the grid edge, the area where we will be having many new solutions to cope with all those changes coming through this, what we call ecosystems across the energy supply on the one side and energy demand on the other side. We will be able to, as I said, manage our own energy production on buildings using solar panels, for example. And this needs to be managed through smart systems, smart digital solutions. So buildings will be able to generate energy to store and use when they need it, or they will also get from the grid if there is not enough energy in their own storage, and or vice versa. Also, the buildings might sell back the energy into the grid. So this all needs to be managed in an efficient way, and that is the area what we call grid edge. And we will be able to provide, of course, our customers on those both areas solutions which can help them to manage again the changing energy systems. I like to share with you two examples. Again, the digital twin, I have just introduced the concept on the industry sector side. Also here, my colleagues have provided a digital twin of the power grid for customers in Finland. Earlier times, our customers spent 80% of their time for collecting the data from the grid and 20% for managing the grid. By introducing of the digital grid of the twin, this has changed. Now they just spend 20% of their time for collecting the data and 80% for managing the grid on one hand. On the other hand, also digital grid allows our customers to manage their assets and to maintain their assets. So with the data I am getting from the substations, for example, I can decide when do I need to certain maintenance work, or else I can decide when do I need to add additional substations into the grid, respectively replace some old ones which have been already, used for a long time. And that is something which help our customers to manage the grid using the digital twin of the grid in a more efficient way by, again, 99%, 996% availability. And also, again, utilizing the data, the big data gained through the operations on the grid, we can, again, run things in a more efficient way. So this is just one example. Another example here, the energy efficient shopping center, again, in the North Europe, one of our biggest customers operating a big shopping mall, where our colleagues have provided a system where our customer can, using solar panels, for example, generate their energy, can store their energy, and decide when they use their own energy, respectively, when they get the energy from the grid. And that is, of course, helping our customers on one hand to reduce the CO2 emissions, as you can see on my slide, and also helping them to save cost. Also, you see around 100,000 euros per year, which is, of course, another good effect of having the system which they can utilize themselves, deciding when they use the energy, respectively, when they can buy it from the grid. Just to share with you two examples from our European customers. And last but not least, of course, also in Taiwan, we are working closely with our customers, esteemed customers, TPC, providing our Energy IP, a powerful IoT platform which helps to collect the big data from the grid, from different assets of the grid, from stations, from different elements, from also meters, energy meters, and helping to optimize the power transmission and the power supply quality. And this project is still ongoing. We will be able to provide around 3 million smart meters installed throughout Taiwan by 2022. And with this, of course, we will help, again, our customers to utilize the big data and the digital solutions to run the transmission in an efficient way, and also ensure transmission stability, especially if we consider that more and more renewable energy will be fed from the offshore wind farms in Taiwan into the grid. So that is my other example from the energy systems. Those are, again, just some technologies which can help us to transform the different industries. And as I have just mentioned in the beginning, the key here is the digitalization, utilizing the digital technologies. And as I have said in the very beginning, the only winner in this transformation will be those who can adapt their business models, their industries into the changes, and change their business models and provide, again, new kind of solutions to their customers. And as said, the adaptabilities in that context is key. Those who are able to adapt to the change will be surviving here this transformation. That is my presentation. I guess you can see my link in the slides in LinkedIn. I will post this page later on in LinkedIn, and I'm looking forward to receiving your comments in the following days. That is it. Thank you very much.
Mr. Elver, thanks for your informative sharing.
Thank you. I kept my time, right? Yes.
Thank you. We are very enjoying it. And I have 2 questions. Hopefully, you will be able to help us out with.
I hope.
The first question is, it's really impressive to see the case of Siemens helping customers conduct digital transformation. May I ask what kind of efforts Siemens has made in digital transformation for Siemens itself? And the second question is, in addition to technology, what advice do you have for enterprises to improve their process and organization? Thank you.
All right. Thank you for your questions. The first question, if I'm correct, is related to our own transformation. Is it correct? Yes.
Digital transformation for itself.
All right. In fact, Siemens transformed itself over the last years and become, in fact, a digital company. Today, we are saying we are one of top 10 software companies, and in the past, we might be known as the company providing big physical systems, be it power plants or be it big transportation systems. Yes, we still provide, but today we are focusing our solutions more and more on digital solutions. And we believe that the digital solutions based on cloud, on platforms, are in fact the future. And that is also why we have expanded our portfolio for our customers, be it in the manufacturing sector or be it in the infrastructure sector, what we also call smart infrastructure sector. They can utilize to, again, also transform their own businesses. And that is, I think, the key also to survive this digital transformation, by being able to transform own business models, but also helping our customers to transform their own business models. So that is, in fact, the process we went through. And as I said, we are today consider ourselves as one of top 10 software companies providing software solutions, industrial software solutions, or infrastructure software solutions for customers in those 2 key sectors. Well, my advice to our customers, as I have said in the beginning or at the end, the key to survive is being adaptable to the changes coming in our industries. And as I have shared with you, there are a lot of, let's say, demands coming from customers. They want to have their products very fast. They want to, of course, They want us to be more flexible. They want us to save energy. They want us help them to save energy, reduce CO2 emissions, and you name it. And here, I think the key is also to introduce, to look into your processes and decide what you can do better by utilizing the digital solutions, better in terms of your products, but also better in terms of your production, as I have shared with you in the first part. So we have tools to optimize both of those parts. And usually this transformation starts from the top. It means from the top management. And here we have done several projects here in Taiwan for different industries. Also happy to share, of course, with the audience here in internet through the interaction in LinkedIn, for example, what we did respectively, what we can do to support, again, our customers also to manage this transformation.
Thank you for your suggestion. It's super interactive.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks for giving us the chance, and I wish you good luck, good success in your seminar. Thank you very much.